It's the dawn of a new season, Kate, with all the promise in the world ahead of he and his squad. And this is where all that off-season planning, the reps in camp, the sweat, the blood, the tears come into play. And you really don't want to stumble out the gate. You want to be the horse who jumps to the front right away and let everybody try to chase you down.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9. At the Chiefs.
Shotgun snap to Fields. That's incomplete on 2nd down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Fields on 3rd. He's got Gesicki complete. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Looking to throw Fields. And this one is knocked away from the intended targets. Good start from the defense here. As that incompletion brings up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And he gets it forward and still about a yard out of that. That tackle made by Kobe Turner.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And air it out on 3rd. Field slides down safely as he picks up the 1st.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Looking for Justin Jefferson on that throw. And it sets up 2nd down.
At the 22-yard line.
Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first point of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield. A back who can show off his wheels.
Perfect way to start the season as their opening drive has reached goal to go. Fields gets it out right quick. Touchdown, L.A. The Chargers finish up an excellent opening series. All right, so nice little drive they put together there in their first series of the season, partner, and the year begins on a high note with a touchdown.
Yeah, they'll be able to begin this season on a high note with a win. They put more drives like that together, they sure will, but I don't know. I got that Pete Carroll just still bouncing in my brain. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. But you can't start much better than that.
Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1-for-1. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Khalil Herbert on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. It's a 17-year pro steering this ship, Brock, an active leader in basically every passing category and continuing to try and build that Hall of Fame case. Matthew Stafford.
I got a smile on my face. I know he has a smile on his face as he runs out with a new season ripe with every possibility. This is only the first scene of a 4.5-month movie where he could be playing the part of the league MVP, maybe leading a legit contender into the postseason. How he starts this campaign, though, how you start can have a massive impact on how things play out.
A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
1st and 10. Here's Stafford. And that one's complete. Amari on Hampton. And this is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line. This play goes for 36. And it's going to be 1st down, Kansas City.
1st down, Chiefs.
From the red zone on 1st. No one open on that play, so he's going to chuck this to another county.
Okay, from my vantage point up here, that was pretty close to drawing a penalty flag. Risky decision on 1st down. There was a target in the area, so thus, no penalty, and we move on to 2nd.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Now Stafford again. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. They just can't finish the play.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Complete beyond the marker. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Hampton will score. It's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs finish off their opening drive. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series. And then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays. But when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chiefs tie it up as he nails his first try of the season. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Here's Robinson with the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So the LA offense getting out there for their 2nd drive. And they are really starting the season off with a banger of a contest here, Brock. A chance to measure up against a division rival, and this win could be an important one to have in hand in just a few months.
Here we go, Blue 58,
a pistol snap. Fields. They connect on the deep shot. And he is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. That one nabs him 33 yards and a new set of downs, too. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up 2nd down.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Couldn't bring it in over the middle. Incomplete. Trying to find Justin Jefferson. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
To the right, hauled in by Jefferson. And that's a solid stop there to limit the damage. Gave up some, but it's still 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Johnson finds the football complete. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down. Fields. Escapes the pocket. Now he takes it. Running in the red zone. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end. Only to see the quarterback escape evade the pressure and get that 1st down anyway.
They'll run Jacobs. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. He gets him 3, and this brings up 2nd and goal.
SOS. You hear me talk about it between the 20s a lot. Stay on schedule. But it comes into play 1st and goal situations too, because a run like that now, well, leaves that whole playbook wide open for you.
Quick throw left side, complete. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Now after the play, it looks like we have somebody banged up. What we hope is it's nothing major. Don't want to see a serious injury less than a quarter into the season. Jacobs. And they're going to say he was short. They held him out, Brock, and now we're going to have to wait and see what they decide to do here on 4th and goal. No pickup on the run, and now it's 4th and goal. They are passing on the field goal, Brock. They're going to try to break this tie with a touchdown. It's a design run for him. And they stop him. No touchdown, no 1st down. That's a turnover on downs near the end zone. So the defense holds, and that is our final highlight of the 1st quarter. Both teams neck and neck so far. Back with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. About set for the 2nd quarter. Chiefs football here. They've got the length of the field to go on this drive. First carry here for Tony Pollard. And they're going to manage to take him down at the 12. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Chiefs 1st down.
I'm not surprised by that outcome, Kate. You crowd the line defensively by going all out for the safety. You got to be careful you don't wind up giving them an alley, not just to escape the goal line, but for an even bigger chunk of yardage.
Out of the gun, here's Hampton. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Left side, caught by Dortch. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
On 3rd and 2, Stafford. It's complete. This is Bowers. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
And a 1st down, Chiefs.
32! Moving ahead, go 20!
Play action now for Stafford. That's a man. It's Tyler Conklin. And he's going to be pushed out up near that 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
On the draw, the give to Pollard. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. They send the tight end in motion. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one does not go far.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
They send a man in motion. Stafford now on 3rd down. Is brought in by Burden. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
First down, Kansas City.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First and 10 now from the 46. Off the play fake, it's Stafford. Connects on the crosser. And they get this down to the 28. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. And that right there is about the best you can hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10. Shotgun give to Hampton. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets them just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Stafford from the gun. That's Dortch on the slant. And he'll go down here at the 16. 7 yards on that pickup. And it's going to be first down, Kansas City. Now, not much scoring to this point as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More from Sao Paulo in just a bit. All set now, first and 10. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Brought in. And he's tackled for a short gain. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
At the 14-yard line.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Back to throw. Here's Stafford. Short pass brought in. And he drives this down to the 8 before going out. Nickel look by the Chargers here. Third down. Here he is on 3rd and short. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. And the Chargers will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception.
The Chargers take over first and 10.
Chargers getting set. First and 10. Fields out of the gun. Hits him on the out route. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's going to give the Chargers the first down. Only took him 1 play, Brock, and they have already made it to the 40-yard line. And he'll get this up to his own 44. And it's Carson Schlesinger who got over there for the stop.
At the 44-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Shotgun snap to Fields. Johnson on the sideline. Now here it goes, down the right sideline. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers get some late points and the lead. Fade snap for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers break that tie and now lead by 7.
14. Chiefs 7.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Here's Greg Dortch with the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Chiefs taking over now, real late in this opening half. And we're a shade away from 50 seconds to go in the second. And it is enough time to put something together. Here's Hampton to open the drive. And he's It's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down to first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
On first down, here's Stafford. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Now they're whistling for timeout here. Somebody's shaking up on the play. Not the way he wanted to begin his rookie season. Wow, let's hope it doesn't cost him much time. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 36. Throwing now, Stafford. Going with a screen to Hampton. And this is a small pickup to the 39-yard line. Play brought to an end by Jonathan Grenard. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Third and long. They're going to throw. Pressure's there, and the Chargers got him. LA uses a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
And it's 4th down.
Now on 4th down, A.J. Cole headed out to handle the punt. And no doubt he wants to get his season started with a good one here. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. The Chargers ready to go on offense for the final time in the first half. They're up by 7. Let's see if they choose to rest on that and just go into the locker room. The clock reads 24 seconds now as the final drive of this half begins.
Here we go. Go.
All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he gets this one out to the 40-yard line. The Chargers call a timeout. That's their last one. Only took them 1 play, Brock, and they have already made it to the 40-yard line. First down throw for Fields. He's throwing deep to the left side. And the downfield call is going to go unanswered. The defender saw to that. That incompletion means it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here we go, Snipes. All right.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. He's going to try another deep one here. And that's sent to the ground by a defender and incomplete. Would have been one for the highlight reel, but instead, they're facing 3rd down. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line.
Green 19,
Turning to Jacobs on 3rd. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. So a 1-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hanson. Gonna have to make those halftime adjustments on the fly. We're skipping right through to the starts of the 3rd quarter. The party's still going for 2 more quarters, football fans. We're back underway from Brazil. Here's Herbert on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Out comes Kansas City. Its offense has it first to start quarter number 3. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half, too, as they chase this lead. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. This gets forward to around the 29. Chidobe, Awuzie, they're on the tackle. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Here's Stafford. Come along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
Yikes. As that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation. Just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Kansas City sends out its punt team. It'll be A.J. Cole doing the honors. Takes it in at the 21. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Chargers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
First and 10 at the 47.
Now it's Fields. That's complete to Johnston, outright. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. They get 19 on that pickup. And that's going to give the Chargers a first down.
First down. First
Here we go.
and 10 at the 30.
Play action, Fields. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's a sack on first down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on second.
Loss of 6 yards.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
That one's incomplete over the middle.
Really had to find a way to get that short completion because now you're staring at third and extra long. And that's a place no QB in this league wants to be.
Here we go. Snap.
Here he goes, third and long. Now setting up the screen for Jacobs. And they catch him just in time to prevent the first, but that got very close, didn't it? It's fourth and maybe a yard.
A gain of 15
I'm a big
yards.
fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. First, second, third down, sometimes even fourth. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and more importantly, to stop it.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10.
First down.
Here we go. Snap.
First and
Snap.
10 at the
Play action now. It's Fields. Flushed out of the pocket. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. After the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22.
Snap.
Back to throw. Here's Fields. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play. Now it's third down.
third down and 10 yards to go.
Don't jump. Snap.
Throw here. Third down. Completed over the middle. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with the first and goal.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Brings it in. That is an LA touchdown. The Chargers push their lead further to start the half. Bates now for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chargers double their lead to 14.
Chiefs 7.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Here's Herbert on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Kansas City offense set to take the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. First and 10. Hampton trying the left side. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Has him on the quick hitter. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first.
A gain of 10 yards.
Third and just 2 to go.
Third down.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. This throw's going to wind up incomplete. The intended target is running back, and the results, 4th down coming up. The Chiefs bringing out their punt team. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. L.A. bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Tonight.
Fields looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. And there's that slide at the end, Brock. Good decision-making there as he picks up close to 8 on that run. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Off the play fake. It's Fields. Well, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Brian Branch has it. Well, Brock, they could have gone run to set up 3rd and short, or they could air it out and try for more. They picked the latter, and the coverage was ready for it.
Sure was, Kate, and this is why playing this position, you've got to have a short memory. You must flush it. I love the decision to be aggressive. I always fall on that side of the coin, but when you throw a pick in that situation, such a manageable 2nd down, well, you got to learn from it, move on, and certainly flush it away.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Back to Hampton. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
And he doesn't get this one very far. Down to only about the 18. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Brought in. And he's out of bounds at the 6-yard line. 1st and goal coming up.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
We're waiting.
Shotgun snap to Stafford. Ooh, that one's nearly intercepted. The defense read that one perfectly. A poor choice to make that throw. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
That's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs parlay the interception into points. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Here's Slide to try the point after.
Point after.
The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs chuck the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Chargers 21. Chiefs 14.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Returning it from the 4. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Chance here for one final play before the end of our quarter.
Here we go. Right.
Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And they will stop him at the line on what proves to be the final play of this third quarter. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's Chargers football as they try to hang on to a lead in a close game. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Right.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Trying to find Justin Jefferson. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Fields on 3rd. They did it! He made the interception! Picked off by Carson Schlesinger. And the Chiefs have some new life in the 4th.
That's just a bad decision, Franklin. It really is a quarterback in this moment of the game. You got to know it's not a time to take a risk. Cannot be throwing out life preservers and giving that other team, your opponent, a chance like he just did.
Throwing now on first down. Stafford. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Bronk. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, it hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Stafford now on 2nd and 10. And the Chargers get home, and they drop him. And that sack may change the next play call as it sends him backwards ahead of 3rd down.
Flat out a tremendous call. Perfect timing to blitz the corner, and the result proves it. There was barely time for the QB to set himself up to throw, let alone look downfield for a target before he was absolutely decked by somebody who I think enjoyed that chance to rush the passer.
This is Dortch working the right side. Running in the red zone. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
I can guarantee you that's going to be in Tell the Truth Monday right there in the film room, front and center, showing you the importance of tackling in the open field. An opportunity to cut him down sooner, but the broken tackle allowed him to add those extra yards to the catch.
From the red zone on 1st. He brings it in. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Complete on the option. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs now trail by just a point in the 4th. DJ Moore, the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Chiefs tie this game at 21. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Here's Robinson with the return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. All right, so they're going to take over at the 39. Nice effort there. The Chargers and Quentin Johnson returning to the field. They're headed out there after just watching their lead disappear, but going off of that, an opportunity does exist now for an immediate answer.
And I'm going to say the quiet thing out loud here, Kate. There is a part of this offensive group that just loves this opportunity. They get the chance right now to answer, and not just that, to possibly come up with a game-winning drive.
And they'll stop him after he picks up 4 to begin this drive.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
1st down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. They stick with Jacobs. And he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
I'll tell you what, Kate, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
It'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right in the double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
Handoff here to Jacobs. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal. Still lined up at the 6. Here's 2nd and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
Fields out of the gun. That one connects. And that is a Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers take a 4th quarter lead. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Chargers break that tie and now lead by 7. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Dortch now to return it. They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. Offense heading out now for the Chiefs. And they're taking the field knowing that they need a touchdown here, Brock. More pressure on them now than they've had any drive so far this game.
Well, our colleague, Charles Davis, has a line for a spot just like this. Pressure, it can burst pipes, but can also create diamonds. Let's see what the outcome of this pressure is going to be.
And he works his way for a gain of 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground, you can throw beyond the sticks, and really create some indecision now defensively.
Complete right side. Burton has it. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
First and 10 from the 43. Stafford from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. It is the 2-minute warning from Sao Paulo. Chiefs losing by 7. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Putting the tight end in motion. Now Stafford to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And he will not get the first, but oh, this is close. Looks like they're going to have about a yard at most to gain after he picked up 3. Third down.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
They give to Pollard from the gun. He has the first and still going past the 35. And he has this all the way down to the 29-yard line. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first.
Ready.
Hampton now up the middle. Fights his way through a tackle. And he scampers ahead for about 4. It's 2nd down now. Chiefs in the hurry-up, trying to get everyone to the line.
24-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
He'll look to throw it. Finds him over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's 2nd. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Now an inside give to Hampton. And look at this, 9 yards on a nice first down run.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
All right up against that marker, but not there yet. It's 2nd and inches. Setting up to pass. He's got it. Oh, and it's a punishing hit to end that play, but hey, still a win for this offense. They've got 1st and goal now from the 2.
At the 2-yard line.
Back to throw. And really, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up. Chiefs in the hurry up, trying to get everyone to the line. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. It's 2nd and goal. Here he is to throw. Complete here to Hampton. And that play is brought to a halt. They're going to stay at the 5-yard line. Chiefs in the hurry up, trying to get everyone to the line.
10.
Man in motion here. Throwing now. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
The deficit is 7, so they have to convert here on 4th down. Desperation time here. And they pull it off. A touchdown catch in the final moments. And now overtime or a win right here are on the table. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a 1-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
That one right down the middle. And the Chiefs tie us up 28-all. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. So no return this time. This is going to go for a touchback, Brock. Let's see what they do with this final snap. To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. Here's Fields to throw. Got a lot behind this one. Downfield it goes. And it'll be incomplete. They went for it. Trying to stun everybody with no time left on the clock. But alas, we are headed for overtime. And in overtime here, Brock, I know you love this one. A touchdown, no longer an instant victory. No matter the outcome of that opening series, the other side gets the football with a chance to then tie or win it. And if we're tied after those 2 drives, we'll play on until there's another score or time expires. It's a new look to NFL overtime. Let's see how this plays out as we get underway with some bonus football. Here's a return from the 7. Making some progress here. Races past midfield. Field flipping effort there as he's brought down on the opposite side of the 50. The Charger offense making its way to the field. Well, they couldn't quite get the job done in regulation, partner, but the home crowd rising now to fire them up and hopefully help them start this overtime period by taking the lead. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Chiefs territory. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
A chance to take the lead and set themselves up for a win. Gotta make this count as they come up on 2nd down. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Here we go.
Looking to throw Fields. Now setting up the screen for Jacobs. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Go.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. Running left side by Jefferson. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. They're signaling for a stoppage here, and yep, there's a player injured after that snap. Not what they wanted to see in week 1 as their medical staff heads out to check on him. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12.
Here we go. Right.
They'll air it out on 3rd. Goes right back to Jefferson. Complete. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. So 20 yards on that play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down. All right, so an important landmark crossed on that play. They're inside the red zone now, partner. Now, new overtime rules mean they can't win it with a touchdown, but more times than not, a touchdown does ensure they don't lose it on the next series either.
Yeah, and you do all this work, all this heavy lifting to get into the red zone, it's got to be a touchdown, and that's all you're thinking offensively. You are not going to feel good coming off the field if you got to settle for 3.
Breaking the huddle, here's 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Jacobs trying to run his way in. Not able to make a push for that goal line. He's hit for a loss back at the 3.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Makes the catch. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers claim a 6-point lead. The extra point is good, and that's a big one. Now their defense just has to defend a 7-point lead here in overtime. Well, in past years, this game would have been over on that score. But starting this year, their opponents get to respond as we are back underway. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. Now it's his turn in overtime. Going left side, Bowers has it. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. All right, so far so good, partner. Taking advantage of the change to respond here in overtime. We all know that was reserved only for the playoffs previously, but now an opportunity teams get in regular season games too.
Yeah, I think we both love this because really it keeps teams from blaming a coin flip anymore. Even if some of the anger in the past was justified now, well, now you just look in the mirror and know it's all upon you to deliver.
On first down, here's Stafford. Once again, pass caught by Moore. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Stafford now on first down. From left side finds Burden. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Now Stafford again. Caught just shy of the goal line. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up 1st and goal.
First and goal, Kansas City.
Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's 2nd. As they'll be left with just one more to work with here in OT. Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. And they will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs cut it to a lone point on the scoreboard. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB, He's always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
And everyone can breathe easier here as he knocks the point after through. And now it's golden goal here in overtime. Next score wins. Here's Robinson with the return. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone. But the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
Not on the same page with his tight end. And it's going to be second down.
Here we go.
Shotgun snap to Fields. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down.
Here we go. Right.
Looking to throw it. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on third down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Here we go. Start ball, go.
To throw. And this one is launched downfield. This is incomplete. A chance to win the game goes by the wayside as they fail to score. And on we go in overtime. It's a very important field goal for Joey Slye. This will be a 45-yard look from the left hash. The kick is good. He got it. And they've taken back the lead.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
So score this a win for the Chiefs. And this isn't just any 1-0 start for them. They pick up what could...